I do want to anchor some point in there though. Some people think that because there's so many more people watching because of the pandemic, it's so much easier. But you also got to realize there's so many more people streaming since the pandemic started. So now there's more competition. So you just gotta. There's like you said, there's good and bad on everything. Uh, Obviously, that doesn't deter you guys. Just remember, once you have two viewers, like on average, you're actually in the top 10% of Twitch streamers.
Wow.
That's insane, but if you look at the numbers, that is the absolute terrible truth. And once you get to one average viewer, you're in the top 25%. There is 75% of Twitch streamers that have no one watching them. So if
Right,
that's
and
just your
then
motivation today, that you have that two viewers, that one viewer, and that's actually keeping you going, just remember you are much better than most of your peers. So keep going.
yep. Okay, I didn't know that statistic.
It's
Learn
crazy.
something new every
It's
day.
crazy. You learn if you check out Twitch tracker, you could see just how crazy it is. If you just find somebody with one viewer that just got that one viewer average like yesterday, and then you search their name, it'll show down like the percentage, the top
Hmm.
percentage of Twitch. It's an insane statistic, and it's absolutely nuts. But this is your time now to invite people to test out uh, Run Prop Run. I know I did that my first like 2 weeks streaming. It was an amazing game. And then whatever else you want to talk about.
Sure. So for everyone else, now that I don't create content, I link creators to developers, and I also publish games. So one of the games that we publish globally under the label Tilt Games, we're an indie label, is Run Prop Run, and that is a free-to-play prop hunt online game that we're still building out. It's in early access. We hope to build in some more key features to make it more fun, and engaging. It's literally made by just two developers in Montreal. Another project that we're part of is another two-person development team in France, and that game is called The Sloremancer. So if you like roguelikes, it's a cool game to pick up. It kind of feels like Diablo meets Enter the Gungeon, you know. Um, and another great game, just two developers working on, and our team is helping market that game in Asia. So we cover the world in some games. We also co-publish in China, Taiwan, Japan, and South Korea, and yeah, we connect influencers to opportunities. So I'll be working with. I'm working next week with a game called Some Convenience Store, and that's a dating sim game, and it's made by a Korean studio, and they're looking to reach out to influencers to play it. So that's something I'll be helping them do. Also, another big project coming up is First Class Trouble, trying to help them, but connect them with uh, influencers in specific regions.
That was
So
actually the first game I ever streamed, First Class Trouble. I got big on
yeah,
that
yeah,
game.
that the game is great,
I
and
love it.
I connected with their development team, and they're contracting us to help them in Japan. So we'll be
Nuts.
looking for Japanese creators to support the game. Um, but it's a great game. I think they're coming out with a big update. That's why they want to do that. So
I got to fourth place on their big tournament. I almost got my name written on the game forever. Unfortunately, I did
oh
not make it.
man, no freaking way.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
close, man, so close. Um, but yeah, I'm actually going to invite Thor up here to talk real quick. Uh, Thor, would it be okay if we put like a channel so we can actually get Ekolimits the ability to put down like links to all this stuff so people can easily access it if they're interested in trying out these games? Because I mean, it helped me get the perspective I need if Thor's paying attention right now. If not,
Hmm.
we'll move on to the questions if there's nothing else from you, Echo. I don't want to take you too past your time because we're getting really close.
That's fine. What I would say is if I can have a quick bathroom break, because I've been sipping on some water, man.
Oh, that's fine. That's
And we
fine.
can prep some questions, and then I'll like come back in like a minute or two and get into those.
Okay, no problem. So yeah,
All
go
right.
take your bathroom break. I'll entertain them.
All right. Cool.
All right. So while he's going to take a tinkles, all right, Thor's in here now. All right, welcome in, Thor.
Yeah, you caught me at a really good time, actually. I had just finished up work.
Awesome, awesome. Well, welcome in, Thor. This recording is also going to be put on my podcast and my YouTube. So your voice, I hope it's at top quality for that. I hope you're ready.
I don't know. It's a little southern. Is that going to be okay?
The drawl is imperative to my channels. Uh, no, but if you heard, I think it would be pretty beneficial to everybody if we let Ekolimits be able to have like a quick and little announcement channel for Tiltify games or something. I mean Tilt Games, sorry, Tiltify. I have charity on my
Yeah,
mind.
I can. I'm looking through it right now. I'm looking through where we could slide it in at.
Yeah, no problem. I feel like
Probably in a
yeah.
community channel. I'll probably give it to him and let him post the games that are coming up. If they have a Discord, I could just put it in the announcements too, where their announcements come in. So I can just put it under like information and just put Echo Games like partnership, and then I can create that spot there.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just ask Echo what works best for him later on today. I don't want to take him too much, even though he just needs to take a bathroom break. And I took a very nice appointment time. I just don't want to take him too fast. But I see that we have 6 requests to speak, so there's 6 questions. If anybody else has a question, I didn't realize I didn't have everyone can request a question. So if you look down and you don't see a hand next to your name or next to your icon, please uh, put it back in. Try it again.
All right, I'm back.
All right, welcome back,
Appreciate it.
Echo. Thor came in here and said he'll make a channel where you can post any games or any links that you think needs exposure or whatever. Okay.
Oh man, I could be posting lots of games there. This
Yeah.
is one of those things where I exited the world of content creation, and even when I was in that world, you realize how hard it is for these indie game developers. It's it's insane for them to build up games from being completely unknown, just two dudes making a game, to trying to be successful full-time creators. It's so hard, you know. Um, so yeah, I appreciate it if we could put some links there for people to get interested and try out the games 100%. Because if you said this an interesting thing is like the competition, right? In the influencer space is increased because now there's more people watching, so people
Yeah.
want to try more streaming, right? And the same thing, more and more games are being made than ever before because the industry is growing. It's like outpaced music, it's outpaced movies, right? Like the amount of money that's being made in the video game industry. And the point then is like there's more people making games, and so if you're making an indie game, now it's hard for you to get discovered. And I have conversations with devs every single day. Today I had one, two conversations. Yesterday I had 3, and all freaking cool games that I want to help them reach, more gamers. Um, so I appreciate it if we can put some links, 100%.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's it's insane to think about, but the world that we were before the pandemic is never going to return. A lot of people are just like, oh, once the pandemic's over, remote jobs are going to be out of the way. No, because a lot of jobs are
No.
actually permanently staying remote. They've already announced like it's going to be it's going to be hard to justify, hey, we've been remote for over a year, 2 years, and the job is doing fine while
Yep.
you're working at home. It's going to be hard to justify, oh yeah, we need you back.
My job is completely
That
remote.
that's
I
insane.
lived 6 months in Brazil. Last year, I lived only 2 months in America. I lived most of my time in Europe, and then I lived in Brazil. And our team is completely remote.
Yeah, it's going to be impossible to justify it. These jobs that do require you to go back afterwards, they're probably going to see a
Mm-hmm.
lot of outlash and eventually go back to being remote because the way the world is now is so interconnected through the internet. It's just hard to justify having an in place. And then also businesses are saving money by being able to close down or renting out rooms that they don't need it anymore. It's
Right.
becoming a win-win to have remote. and a lot of businesses are seeing that. So I just wanted to also put that out there. But we do have some questions. It looks like we just have
Let's
6.
jump into the questions.
Let's jump into
That's
them.
perfect.
I think Bad Burns was the first one. I don't know how this really works, so let's get Bad Burns in here with 2 Ds.
Cool. Do we? Hello?
I invited him. He has to accept the invite.
Oh, okay. So all right. I see. The questions are speaking wise. They're not written. Right?
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
All right, Burns. Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, sorry, there was a little bit of background noise. I'm actually on my way home from work, but had a had a question here as far as like success rates and whatnot for like competitive gamers and whatnot to kind of put on like a streaming platform, whether it's YouTube. Like, what in your opinion would be the better route to go about that? Whether YouTube, Twitch, or the competitive scene specifically.
Okay. So for competitive video gaming versus casual.
Right.
Oh, okay. Depends. You know, I have a lot of friends in the Super Smash Brothers competitive scene. Either they were shoutcasters or competitors themselves. Um, it's both mediums. I mean, YouTube and Twitch are so different that they supplement each other. You know, like Sergeant America said. You know, you let's say you make 2 hour stream, cut it up, do something cool with it, make that or can make completely different content on YouTube. So like for instance, what I would advise is make your 2 hour stream great, but don't go more than that. You know, 2 3 hours. Make great content. People will connect with you. Awesome, but sign off and then make a 10-minute video. Work the next 1 hour when you normally people will be streaming 6 hours, right? That's what it used to be, 6 hour streams or something like that. I would cut that down to half, 3 hours, and that's your content for streaming. The next hour I will spend making a 10-minute video for YouTube, whether it is original content or it is rehashing. The problem with rehashing content is it doesn't speak to the audience. So, legitly, it's always a better idea to come up with a original concept for a 10-minute video that people want to hear about the competitive scene of what you're representing and your opinion and why and so on. And, you know, build that next hour and the next hour used to network within the industry, get to know some of your peers, you know, and so on. Like I would split the time 50-50 between, you know, actually working to actually doing things in the background, like creating merch, creating your website, creating all these other stuff, you know, because they're equally as important and you can keep your content great. You know, don't stream too much. Not anymore. That ship has sailed. Um, don't do 24-hour streams. That ship has sailed. Literally, maximum 3 hours, great content. 2 hours is perfectly fine. Then worry about that YouTube video. Do both. Sergeant America is right.
Yeah.
Do both.
TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I mean, you make those short form content for TikTok. Don't put the watermarked version. Just keep the saved version. Put it on to because there's the Creator Studio that you can actually put Instagram Reels on and then schedule them. So you could just put them up there and just let it happen. YouTube Studio does it too, where you could just put it out, put it onto YouTube Studio, schedule it, and you never have to worry about it again. You schedule it for a time, put in your tags, put in your hashtags, do all that type of stuff, and then schedule it and then throw it out there. And you could just do that all in a bulk amount of time, and then you never have to worry about it. And then every week just keep doing it over and over again. But you never want to just only stream because you're never going to get discovered that way.
I hope that answers it.
Yeah, did
I
that?
like that answer as well.
Yeah, did it answer Burns? Burns?
I don't know how this works. Maybe we have to go to the next question.
Yeah, we got to go to the next one. And Iron Bjorn, I don't know if I did that right. Okay, I have no idea how to remove them. so I do apologize.
That's
Move
fun.
to audience. Oh, my bad.
Okay.
Okay, I'm learning, guys. But Bjorn, what's your question?
All right, so sorry, I just got home from work. You said earlier, right as you guys started, that it's quality over quantity, and you've gone over, don't do more than 2-3 hours at a time. How do you create quality content when the content that you can create, the games that you can play, like, uh, when they are just trash?
Well, if you're not enjoying the game, it's going to be very hard for you to actually make good, enjoyable content to watch.
Exactly.
Find a game that you do enjoy, and if you're find yourself, and I've been there. A lot of people will ask me, "Hey, why did you quit streaming?" The point is I wasn't enjoying myself. There was no game that I can enjoy and create content for, and that's when you know it's time to go. You go do something else. You go on workwithindies.com, gracklehq.com, and you find a job within the game industry and you move forward. Look, I'm telling you guys as well, listening is so many websites. And I like to put out workwithindies.com. I think it's a phenomenal website for people because you can get involved in a project where most indies are just happy, like you want to help them, and maybe you can get a percentage of the game's actual net sales rather than, like, okay, sure, making money like with a salary. But consider that as a side gig, consider that as a side thing that you do to supplement your regular job or as an intro to the industry. The video game industry is amazing because when you look at the space of job market, it's like, hey, nobody would hire me as a actuary today because they'll ask me like, oh, did you go to school, or did you pass the exams, or did you do this? And then I'll be like, no, 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 and they'll be like, goodbye. But today, my position is to market video games, head of marketing at a indie label, right? I have no marketing degree. um, Prior experience wise, I had some, but the point is within video game industry, if you understand what you're doing and you have, I guess, some, I would say, gumption, like you're moving forward to looking for a gig, right? You see a project, you just want to help, and you have some initiative, you will land yourself eventually in a position where you will make money, and you will be doing something you like. So, um, that's a tough one. Maybe if you don't like the games, don't stream them. Don't make the content for that. It's a waste of your time. Your time is precious, man. Hopefully that answers it.
It looks like he left. So I think it did kind of answer it. I also want to say a lot of people think that they have to play the same game over and over again because that is what worked in the past. That is not the case. You don't have to stream the same game to get the same people coming back anymore. You just have to have the personality and enjoy what you're doing. A lot of people nowadays, because of the pandemic, they just want general and genuine human interaction. So if you're playing with friends and you're having fun with this like weird dumb game that is just silly, like Crab Game for instance, amazingly timed, based off a Squid Game, so silly, so stupid, but it works because you're playing with friends and people are enjoying that, and it's huge right now because people just want that interaction, and that's really what you got to be going for, is just the basic human interaction now. That's what you go for. I will. Somebody wrote down a question because they can't talk right now. So I do want to ask this question for those like myself that don't do competitive games. What advice do you have for making good content that can be used on multiple platforms, as has been suggested? There is so much that you can do for this, but obviously, like I said just now, the human interaction. You want to have friends. You want to be playing with people. So playing with other streamers, playing with other content creators that you vibe well with, that you're making an entertaining time. You're talking, you're being funny, you're being spontaneous. That is what people want. And you're able to get those funny jokes and tidbits into TikTok on shorts. You're able to just edit the whole VOD and shorten it up to where it's just short, sweet, to the point, 30 minutes. Easy to go. Put that on YouTube and IGTV, because that's now up to 60 minutes. So you want to put that on IGTV as well. There's so many things you could do. Just make sure you keep the video saved on a hard drive until you put it up everywhere. And once it's up everywhere, you can delete it and just let the algorithms work. I feel Echo already put a lot into that. But if he wants to add some more into that question or answer, he's more than welcome. And then
I mean, I think it makes sense what you said. Creating good content, like, it's all about entertainment. Look at the entertainment value that you bring into people, and how you can make it more entertaining. There's just so many great YouTubers and streamers that make even boring looking games look fun. And so look at it, study it, and say, hey, how come that's funny? You look at almost any industry, right? Like, if you want to be a great comedian, what do you want to do? You sit there, you go to comedy clubs, and you watch other comedians, and you take notes, and you just say, like, holy smokes, man, that was funny.
Yep. I
And
mean, my
we're
biggest thing
same thing.
is never judge yourself based on other people. So obviously learn from other people, but never say, I'm not as good as this person, because you are the best version of you. Keep being yourself. Just learn from others' mistakes and learn from others' successes. But don't be like, I'm gonna mimic this guy, because there's already that person. You're not gonna get an audience mimicking somebody else. You gotta be yourself. Otherwise it's gonna be ingenuine. So that's my biggest thing. But I think King Ray's, sorry, King Ray's is next. He's part of the competitive team. So let's see what the question is there.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
This is going great.
Good.
That's good. That's good. So, I may have like maybe 2 or 3 questions that's kind of overlap, but my first one is, so as he was saying, I'm a competitive Tekken player, right? So I stream probably about from 3 to 6 hours a day. Sometimes I'll take breaks within the week, but that's
Absolutely love Tekken, by the way.
nice, bro. If you have a PS4, let me know. We can throw some hands. But I do have a Twitter and a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and a TikTok. But I mainly post on obviously Twitch and Twitter. I did YouTube for a little bit, but I wasn't really getting people in there. So my biggest question is, as far as that, is marketing my whole like Tekken thing, because to bring everything full circle, I'm using Twitch and Tekken as like a hobby to bring in money for the moment, because what I want to do
Right.
with that said money is to build my animation studio and voice acting dubbing, main career type deal.
Cool. Those
I
are cool
write,
aspirations.
yeah. I write and I want to do voice acting, so I want to use whatever money I get from Twitch and put it towards that. So if you kind of see where I'm trying to, ask here
Yep.
is, how do I really get that
Well,
going?
my question to you is, what kind of content are you putting on YouTube when it comes to Tekken?
Comes to Tekken, it's mainly just my matches. Like, I'll post like a first to three, or
Okay.
just like a match that I thought was really funny, or I'll post my be like a 30-second Twitch clip I thought was like hilarious, of like somebody just falling for something stupid, or somebody like
Okay.
rage
So
quitting on me in the middle of the match.
how's that?
YouTube is not a good format for that,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
here's why. A 30-second video is not something that people want to watch on YouTube. I know they're doing their shorts thing, but I ultimately think that TikTok's going to remain the king in this area. So that
Mhm.
you need to put that content where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to go on TikTok. The other thing is, you look at it this way, and if you're a relatively unknown personality within Tekken, and you're putting up your gameplay onto
It's one in a
YouTube, right?
billion.
Let's say 10-minute videos what you want. That's what YouTube is, 10-minute videos.
Mhm.
The point is that if you're unknown, why should anyone care or click? So, for instance, in my suggestion would be is do something technical with the game, do some sort of explanation, do some sort of teaching, like things that people are gonna search. Look at that search bar, put yourself on that homepage on YouTube, type in Tekken, and then see what's being suggested, and then see
Yeah.
how you can expand on that. Because if it says Tekken auto and it auto suggests get good in 5 minutes, you make one video that says get good in 4 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
There's
okay.
there's a there's playlists on YouTube for a reason, and what he's saying is
Mhm.
amazing. But you also how does your YouTube or your Twitch help you besides monetary gain for your exposure for your animations and for your voice acting? You know what you could do? You can animate and voice act in Tekken type style gameplay or whatever it may be. You can even take clips, put it on TikTok, and voice act and pretend to be the characters because there is the voiceover option on TikTok now. There's so many things you could do to put yourself forward and market not only your TikTok and your Tekken gameplay, but also what you want to become. You can intertwine everything nowadays, and you
I wanna
should.
I wanna say I wanna say the most important thing is if you're out creating on multiple platforms, be careful of the idea of like you go to an anime convention and you tell them about um I don't know what happened in World War II history. Like no one cares, right? Like that's
Right.
that's completely unrelated. And you have to look at these platforms. They have defined ways to consume content. When I go on YouTube, it's what I want to see. When I go on TikTok, it's what I want to see. When I go on Twitch, is what I want to see. And these are good because now you have all three. If you got 2 hours to spare and you want to chill and game with your homies, you become more friendly with them and you're creating a community. Perfect. 2 hours Twitch stream, great. Now on YouTube, what I would do is I would be like, man, I'm so good with I don't know. One of my favorite characters was King. I'm a beast
Mhm.
with King. So what I would go and say like on YouTube, I'm like, yo, you want to be a beast with King? This is the best combo. This is how you can get really good with King and like get technical. Do something about it, you know, um, and make
Hey, you
that a
know
10-minute
what?
video.
You know what? Now that you say that, so in seven, I'm a Noctis main, and there's another um NA Noctis main out there named FDX, and a lot of people compare me to him. But as far as like me personally, I see the comparisons, but I veer off from how he plays with that said character. And when people like fight me, they come to me to be like, "Yo, can you teach me how to do this? Can you teach me how, this, that, and the
Exactly,
third? How do I answer this? With this said move, this, that, and the third." And
exactly.
Use
I
the
just help
playlist to
You
your
them.
know,
advantage.
the medium
Mhm.
where you're putting if you're putting gameplays onto YouTube, that is the bare bottom. Everybody else is
Mhm.
doing it. Nobody cares. You need to be putting something else. YouTube is not about just gameplays. Not really. That ship has sailed. When Jacksepticeye and these guys they all got big on and PewDiePie years and
Mhm.
years and years ago, that was okay. Let's plays. Do you see anyone doing let's plays anymore? No.
True.
That's the point. This is why what made me a big Twitch streamer is because what 6 hour streams, 8 hour streams, constant content. I don't tell people to do that today anymore because that ship has sailed. You need to do 2 hour stream, 3 hours
Mhm.
max, 10-minute video, awesome stuff, YouTube. And if you have that funny moment because of a Twitch clip or whatever, you schooled somebody with like some backwards move that no one should ever land, but you did, TikTok.
Facts. All right.
Yeah,
I hope that helps.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem.
no problem.
I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, I moved my. I moved myself to the. Okay, so that's not how that works.
I don't even know how to leave.
Move to audience down below. There you go. I'd have no idea how to work this. All right, so we got Pro 2A next. So I'm gonna invite him real quick. Hopefully he dare. Hopefully. Bro, you gotta accept it if you can, if you're there to accept it.
Do we have many more questions after that? Because my time is.
Yeah, we wanna kind of. All right, so we're gonna
Is there
quickly.
more questions after him or no?
Yeah, there's 2 more questions after him.
Okay.
But since he's
See
not
if we can
here,
get to them in the next 10 minutes.
yeah, I'll invite Soko Tenshi real quick. It looks like the other ones kind of pulled their questions back out, so if Soko can jump in here. If not, there we go.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. So my
you doing?
question is pretty quick. It just how did you guys do for networking? Trying to get more streamers to play with so you can build content together. Because for a lot of games I play, playing with other people is pretty crucial in building gameplay.
I mean, playing with other streamers is sometimes tricky. It's always probably better to play with your mods. But if that's not the case, you can always go on Discord, and there's a lot of communities that are um, built for smaller streamers and supporting each other and gaming together. There's quite a few Discords I've met, even locally here. I live next to New York City, and New York City has a streamer meetup group and Discord and everything else.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you for my advice for people just starting out is if you're streaming for an hour, 2 hours, you should be watching other people's streams for at least half that time. And learning and seeing if you're going to vibe with them, and then join their Discord, talk with their community, learn about them a little bit more. Take that time to network. It's slow and tedious, but you get a better return of somebody that you can trust in the end. You don't want to just jump into a lobby and then somebody just screaming out profanities. You're gonna want to make sure that you vibe well, and that's just one of the easiest ways to make sure that you do. But we have
Okay.
one more question. I hope that answered.
Yep.
I'm going to invite Vonix, and then we're done. Vonix, you just have to accept. It should be down the bottom. He removed his request. All right, so I think we're done. Pro2A sent me a message. Yeah, I can't figure out how to join. Question is, I want a professional stream, but I have a few viewers. How do I find a balance of having only a few viewers but putting money towards a professional stream, cam, PC? So I can answer that a little bit easy real quick. Don't invest that much. Look, you're gonna start off. You don't want to start off running. It's not going to work very well. Starting off sprinting, you're just going to burn yourself out, and you're going to waste funds that you shouldn't. What's more important is what is behind the screen, which is you. So in all reality, you can get VST plugins. Reaper plugs is amazing, and that's going to help out. And then there's so many other things like that. You can make your mic sound better without having to spend the money on the mic. You can make your camera look better with lighting, $20 LED lights from Walmart than you would have to spend on a great webcam. Just invest, but invest in yourself and in the content rather than what is monetarily for the time being. Once you see the returns and people starting seeing coming back and viewing, then you can move forward with, I can afford this upgrade. I can afford this upgrade. I can afford this upgrade. And I promise you, you have a few viewers, which, like I said, is much better than most people. Continue at it.
Yep.
It's a slow grind, but
I
like we said before,
I would say the same thing.
yeah.
You know, let it happen naturally. And the biggest thing is don't look at these things and compare yourself to others, because that's just reason to get discouraged. You know, I remember one time Battlefield 1 came out and had 250,000 people playing it concurrently, 250,000, and maybe 5 months into it, 4 months into it, these YouTubers would make comments about, wow, the concurrent number is only 45,000 now, like the game is dead, dying, right? And the crazy part about that is me as a indie developer now, and I say, man, if I had 40,000 people playing my game right now, I'd be happier than a freaking clown, you know. So don't compare yourself to these numbers, because these people, like, they have some of the numbers that are passed around in the industry are just bananas, you know, like 250,000 people playing your video game, Battlefield 1 release. That's bananas. That's success in such a rate. Like, I don't know, kings and queens. You can't compare yourself. You're a peon, right? Can't compare yourself to that. And that's what I do as an example too. Is like, you as a content creator, don't look at Shroud. He's got 30,000 concurrents. And, you know, you feel maybe 4 is too few for you, but like Sergeant America said, you know, you just give yourself the time to grow, and always make sure you're growing. You should be more worried not about how many people are watching you, about your own growth rate. Look at the percentage growth rate. Like, if you go from 2 viewers to 4 viewers in from last month, you increased 50%. That's awesome. Do that again, you know, but be realistic. Maybe try to increase 20% month over month over month. Have goals, but don't look at those numbers. Don't. My goal is 10,000 concurrent viewers. Good luck. I mean, I wish you the best, but you're gonna get disappointed really, really quickly.
And also the numbers ebb and flow, so don't be disappointed if like 1 month you have like 25 average viewers, which was me last month, and then this month I have like 17 average viewers. It happens. It ebbs and flows because people are starting new schedules, going to work at a different time. Like, things happen. People change. That life gets in the way. Don't let it get to you. Things happen. But
Yep.
I don't want to take you any more, Ekolimits. So thank you, Eric, for being here and for the help and everything. I'll
Appreciate
stay
it.
in here and I'll answer any questions if you guys want. But I don't want to take up your time anymore. You're sitting in a cafe. You definitely need to spend the rest of your day doing your work and your business, especially with first class troubles coming up on the way. That's insane.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun. Thank you for the opportunity to speak and, you know, help people out and shine a little bit of light into what it is like, going from content creation, going to industry. There's so many opportunities. You know, uh, people should just focus on as long as they like what they do, keep doing it. The minute you don't be afraid to stop. Don't be afraid to completely end and figure the next step for you as a person. Because I wouldn't be here sitting here today working, creating a indie publishing label had I not stopped. Maybe I would have been still streaming something and probably Call of Duty, uh, whatever that game is. And I hate
Vanguard,
battle
yeah.
royales. I
Or
hate battle
Warzone.
royale.
Yeah, I don't like battle royales either.
Yeah, so that's who knows, you know. But I'm happy with the decisions I've made and working on what I can, and hopefully inspires people to be like, you know, focus on you. You will find out what you want. Make sure the content that you're creating is appropriate to where you're putting it. Have serious goals, because if you're just creating things willy nilly without real goals, you're you're not going to succeed. So plan for that success. But thank you for having me.
No, thank
It's
you
been
for
awesome.
coming.
I'm gonna go have some food now,
Yeah, go eat.
and you guys could reach me. Actually, I should say that too. You guys could reach me on Twitter. It's super easy. It's at Ekolimits, same way you spell it here. You can reach me on Discord here, Ekolimits. Forget what my numbers are. Let me see really fast. 9639, and but Twitter is probably the best way to reach me. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, seriously, thank you. You've helped so many people, including myself, through this conversation. So you have a great meal.
Awesome.
And for anybody
You guys
that's
have a great weekend.
you too. Oh, geez, it is Friday.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
All right, take care, everyone.
take care. Take care. But if anybody else wants to ask any questions, it is still open for questions. You can ask questions. I am here. You can DM me or you can ask. One last question: are you guys hiring? King? I mean, I'm not hiring. I actually asked that question to him as well when I first met him. Um, it does take quite a bit of influence before they're able to actually take you in as an influencer or as a marketer. So what you got to do is focus on your channel, focus on your content, and then get yourself there. I'm slowly but surely getting myself to being able to be like a full-time influencer. It just takes time. It really does. I got another DM. Oh, that's it. That's not anybody here. So, does anybody have any questions for me or for Thor or for, I mean, just for the good of the group? Any statements, even if you've learned something that you want to teach anybody else, this is your time. Just raise your hand and I will accept. Iron Bjorn. All right.
Yeah,
Here we
I
go.
mean, we don't. Y'all called me at a good time. We don't normally have a lot of time between me and Sergeant America that we both like kind of overlap to
Yeah.
answer questions for y'all. So if you need anything about, if you're new to Valhalla and you want anything with us, if the future of what we're talking about with the mentorship program or the Stream Academy, please raise your hand now because this will be one of the few times that me and Sergeant America have
Yeah, we're
that
kind of always
overlap.
busy. Kind of always busy,
Yeah,
aren't we?
always.
Iron Bjorn, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. So, my question was actually about the Streamer Academy. Thank you, Thor, for bringing that up.
Yeah.
Like I trying to figure out how to word this. Is it built to help everybody from somebody who streams 5 nights a week to 0 people to somebody who streams 3 nights a week to, let's go with one I'm watching right now, 69 viewers.
I mean, yeah. I mean, but
Yeah,
obviously
so
it's going to be hard for me and my other I'm not the only head of content anymore. It's something that's been going around. I have a few friends, First Team, who is also in here in this Discord, Valhalla Esports Discord for the podcast, because you can't see it. I'm sorry, but you can still join it. I'll leave it in the description. Anyways, if we just take a look, he's got the outreach for the VA. So if you need any help with the VA, he's trying to run that and trying to work with that. So there is so many people that are going to be involved with this streamer outreach and streamer program. I got an editor called well, her name is Meg. She is MTF trans, so she's definitely going to be an asset for both editing and for helping teach with how to help with hate and stuff like that. And then we got a VTuber. We have so many other people that are definitely going to be able to put in their amazing outreach and help and discussion and tidbits. And we're all recording videos. We're all trying to edit it. We've been a little bit slow to put it onto YouTube because it's just a lot of work to accomplish. But in time, there'll be a lot of outreach and help for you guys. And I mean, it's just when there's a 69, when somebody has 69 viewers, I like what you did there. But when somebody has that, and I only have like my 25 average viewers, it's gonna be hard for me to be like, oh yeah, this is what you need to do. This is how, because I can only influence people that are gonna be below me, and that's just the truth of it. I can't be like, oh yeah, you see, you have 100 viewer average. You got to do this. You have to work with this. They're gonna be like, I'm doing much better than you. I can only reach who I can reach. But as I grow, so will the tiers of the program will grow. Right now, the tiers aren't set in stone. They're going to change. They're going to increase. There's going to be more tiers. It's going to ever change as I grow and as my other heads of content grow. It just takes time. So I hope that answers. King Raz, welcome back. I'm inviting you again. I think Iron Bjorn disconnected. I feel kind of bad. Nice.
Hello, once again.
Hello.
All right, so my question is going to be for actually all of the competitive teams, but for this said question, we're going to focus on the Tekken one. So I know I was talking with Thor, had it been like a month ago about this whole like Red Bull competition that's going on. And my question is, for our competitive team, if we wanted to go to like out of state somewhere. So for example, I live in North Carolina and Burns lives, in a whole other state from me. And let's say we want to go to the tournament in Texas. That's in April. Well, next April. How would Valhalla help our competitive teams get to that competition? That way we can, like wear our jerseys obviously, but also market Valhalla esports, get them bigger and stuff like that.
That's definitely more of a Thor question.
Yeah, I was about to say that one's for me, right?
Yeah, that's definitely for you.
So the concept, and a lot of people don't know this. I haven't had a chance to like actually speak to a lot of people. I come from a competitive background of
Mhm.
traveling competitive Call of Duty, competitive Halo during like the Halo Reach, Modern Warfare 2 days. My goal is for all the competitive teams, obviously, is to help as much as possible. I want to spend as much as possible to get you a plane ticket out there. But my biggest thing with all the competitive teams, which I know like um, you and Bad Burns like have gamed together for a while, but you're still relatively new to me. I haven't seen you play. I haven't seen like tournament wins or tournament placements or anything like that. And that's the biggest thing to me. Like the Call of Duty team, I see them playing together. I hop in their streams, I hop in their chats, all of that. But your question is how can I help you get there for out of state tournaments? Obviously, like any competitive, I guess, organization, I want to spend as much as possible to get you there. So your placement is better advertisement for us. It's better advertisement for you. Um, a lot of people that's come in don't realize that we've only been open to the public for like right at 4 to 5 months, and we've grown
Ah, okay.
tremendously for that. Revenue keeps growing tremendously. So now, as like I guess as everyone's seen into Twitter and the Twitch and everything else, I'm able to give more things away. My staff is able to give more things away because revenue grows. So now as
Mhm.
revenue grows, now I'm able to pay for your hotels, your and bad's, flights, your gas to get out there, your entry fees, stuff like that. I won't. I created the competitive side, the multiple teams, to be able to help each game, each person in each game get to where they need to be competitive.
Okay. All right.
Does that answer your question?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'll also send over those tournament wins that you were talking about. I'll definitely make the whole list for those and give you the placements for that. Um, and yeah, that's about it, dude. Honestly. And if we can, as far as me goes, I'm sure pretty sure for everybody else for our teching team, and I know I'm on your Halo team too. But if there's anything we can also help with, just let me know, and I'll help you out.
There
Absolutely.
you go. I got
Alrighty,
some
appreciate it.
DMs. I will have to say that I do have to cut this off here after that 3 more questions. So I have 2 DMs here and 1 person waiting in line. So let's do this. I have experience with. Okay, all right. I'm looking for work in the gaming industry outside of content creation, but I'm not sure what field I want to be in. I have experience with marketing, social media, community management, and casting. How should I get my name out there? And do you have specific companies or openings you personally know of? And it's coming from Vonix. Um, I will have to say, if you're looking for a spot outside of content creation and you have all this experience, make a resume, go on LinkedIn, and hit marker, and go ahead, have at it. There's so many people looking for, like, I have applied to so many jobs, and the worst that's going to happen is they're going to say no. But there's so many content creation, social media marketing, community management, casting, voice acting. There's so many jobs out there on LinkedIn and Hitmarker right now. It's insane. And if you have the credentials or you have the experience, go for it. It's not going to hurt. As for openings that I personally know of, I do know that Cloud is looking for community management, social media. They're also looking for social media. But I think there's a few social there's so many things looking for social media right now. Um, it's insane. You can find so many positions, and there's editing and all that. Everybody's looking. Like Eric or Ekolimits said, there is just this void being filled right now by the gaming industry. There's so many opportunities right now. You just gotta try them out. Put yourself out there. Question about team community nights. Is that still a thing? I'm trying to squad up with the team members in full team setting or close it rather than just a few people here and there. Another thing is, have you all heard back from Grunt Style regarding the team? That's more of a your question.
Did Pro 2A ask that? Is that Pro 2A that asked that?
Yeah. So if you just want to DM them or talk to them and, about that
Who was it?
Pro 2A.
Of course it was Pro 2A. Yeah, I'll message him about it.
Okay. Bad Burns, you've been waiting for a while. Let's get you in here. Welcome back, Burns.
Hi, a little more quiet now. I'm out of the car. Mine is more so directed towards Thor. Maybe you would be able to help since it does deal with content, though.
Okay.
Is obviously I'm part of the competitive side of this whole thing, and I'm also with Rays on the Tekken side of things. So between both our Tekken team and then my Gears team, what's the best way we can get these clips in, you know, whether it's screenshots, get that notoriety that you guys are looking for from us, whether it's wins, tournament wins, you know, being top spot on leaderboards in these games, like what's the best way to get that out to you guys so we can obviously gain the help that we need from you, and yet at the same time promote you guys as well. Like it pro Valhalla right now, like everybody I talk to is like, yeah, man, that Valhalla esports, you know, this and that. That kind of like a all around looking for an answer to how to go about this.
Well, from the content creation side of it, it's super easy just to put the overlays, do reviews of like, let's say you get your esports jersey, review it, wear it in every video that you put on TikTok, wear it on your live streams. People will ask questions about it, and you just you explain it. Have a timer that automatically brings people to this Discord or to the Valhalla Twitter. Constantly put out things like I did this for that on Twitter. Just quick shout outs and stuff like that is a really easy way to go about it, and making reviews of products that you get from them, or thank you videos from like giveaways that you earn from them, or yeah, whatever it may be. It's just super easy to just do a quick video of a thank you or anything like that.
All right. And as far as like sending the clips and the screenshots and stuff like that directly to you guys, just keep going through like a DM. Is there like a general
Yeah, just
chat?
shoot it to me. I mean,
Yeah.
that's all I ask. You know, if Chaos was in here, the Call of Duty lead, you know, I hop in. They're in the voice chats. Like I give each competitive team their own voice chat, right? They're in their voice chats like 4 or 5 nights a week, and I can hop in. They'll stream it to me. He shot me a list of all the tournaments they're going to be in this weekend. He's like, "Oh, I'll shoot you results for it." You know, he'll shoot me screenshots of like when Vonix completely slaughters on Vanguard, or when he drops 26-3 or 26-2 in competitive. Like he just constantly shoots it to me to say like, "Hey, you know, we're ready to go." And I think, and he'll be honest with you, you know, like I know like your Gears teams have played together for a while, and I'm not worried about it, you know. But he just constantly tells me, "Hey, I have this other guy trying out for this position," or "Hey, I have an opposite a sub coming in, you know, for this," or you know, "Me and Vonix are working on this, and me, Vonix, and Mastodon is working on this." Like he's constantly in communication. You know, if you do a tournament outside of it, and you see, you know, you come in second or third, or you won it all, just shoot it to me. Just say, hey, we won this tournament this weekend, or you know, hey, we played comp this weekend together, and we, you know, we only lost 2 games in 12 hours. That's kind of what I want to see from competitive players, because that's how I got my name kind of out there in the Halo scene. Was the team I was playing with. I'm from Alabama. You know, there's not very much out here except for cornfields and cows. Okay, and
I
my team come from a very small town in Alabama, but we started winning big tournaments and started posting them on YouTube and Twitter and everything else until, you know, we were playing for $10,000, $15,000 current prizes just because our name was out there. And, you know, like your Gears team, like I met all of you. You shot me some stuff about you. You shoot me winnings for it. You know, you just tell me what you need from me. Like, hey, you know, we're going to do this tournament. Entry fees $50 a person. Can you help out? You know, I kind of give you your own reins for that. But as far as send them to me, all you got to do is DM. You can post in the chat. You know, your comp team chat. You can just post the results there. I mean, I'll see them. I mean, I might not always be in here, but I'm lurking. I always have it up on my phone. I always have it up on my computer. So I mean, I see what's going on.
Yeah, and also it's really easy just to at Thor on TikTok or the Valhalla Esports on TikTok, and then Thor can just download it with SnapX to remove the watermark, and then post it again if you give permission. Anything that you at him on that's another way that you could do it. That's another easy way. I don't even know if Thor really knew that he could do that, but it's really simple. It's how gaming. Like it's just called gaming, or a lot of esports pages do it. And in general, is they just use SnapX and download the video without the watermark, and then repost it, and then give the credit to the person that posted originally. Super easy. But last question, from where? I'm gonna invite you, and then I'm gonna get myself out of here, get something to eat, because I got to stream on Facebook tonight. And I gotta spend some time with the waifu. You told me never to say that again. I'm gonna continue to say
Das
it.
me. That is me.
Das is me. Hello, welcome in.
So, I'm currently playing.
That's fine.
So, yeah. Well, I've been trying to be more active with everything. I guess my biggest question is, what are we looking for exactly from the competitors? I know I started as a content creator and then kind of moved more so towards the Warzone competitive team. Um, I haven't seen much. I haven't played much with any of the Warzone people other than Brody for like a day. Been playing more so with Chaos in them and Vanguard and enjoying that. Um, just kind of how I guess how to get more involved on that aspect. And then I kind of have another question reaching back towards the toxicity and dealing with that in game as well as in chat.
Okay, so you're wondering how to defend yourself on a stream for the toxicity part.
Not really. I'm a big fan of. I always have at least 2 mods in my chat.
Okay, fair enough.
Even though I may only have 3 or 4 viewers, 2 of them are typically mods. Because I know them.
That's smart. That's smart.
So that's typically taken care of very, very quickly. If not, I have it set up to easily alt tab over and just quick delete ban hammer. I don't mind dropping that at all.
Okay.
But my issue is we all played COD for. I'm assuming you've played COD for many, many years, and Thor
Yeah.
played back in Modern Warfare 2. And if some of these kids and adults today went back and played in some of the Modern Warfare 2 lobbies, they were extremely toxic, extremely vulgar, and very, very, very saturated with foul language.
Yeah.
It would be the nice way of saying it. Everything from sexism to racism to whatever you want to call it. And it's just how do you go about getting those, like, the funny hot mics, the making those TikToks, and then I feel like I have to run my game muted because I don't want my audience hearing MF this, GD this, F this, in that, GD this, F you, and it's just I don't want to hear that every time I kill someone. like I did it earlier, and I was going to record it. I was playing off
Yeah.
stream, but I was going to record an hour of gameplay. My first 3 DEFCONs were all you die you piglet
Yeah.
or some sort of that
Censor.
words. And I mean, I'm
seriously.
used to it. I'm used to it as a COD player. It makes me laugh, but the world doesn't think it's funny.
Yeah. So
And my editing skills are and don't take it the wrong way. Well, I won't say it. I'm not artistic at all. I'm closer to wall paint than artistic.
fair enough. But my quickest way to answer your question is I wouldn't stream, me personally, I wouldn't stream with the I would actually stream it with it muted and only listen to who I'm playing with. But what you
That's
could
what I normally do.
is, if you want those funny haha moments on your off time when you're not streaming, record yourself playing the game and see if you get any of those haha funny moments while you're recording, and then you could post those, and it'll be no different than if you posted it from your Twitch channel, but without the risk of your Twitch channel getting banned. Because I mean, you're gonna get your channel back because you weren't the one that said it. You could just easily appeal it,
Yeah.
but it's still a pain and it still hurts. So I would recommend not having it being televised
Well,
that
like
way.
like I said, it's one of them things. Like I guess it may sound bad. Like it doesn't bug me. Like I have fairly thick skin. I don't care what anyone else wants
Yeah,
to do
but
on their own
you want to
time. But I
protect your
don't want.
viewers.
Yeah, I don't want to drag it into my like. If I don't have to deal with it, I'm not going to. I'm just kind of that
Yeah.
person. I assume to walk away than listen to it. But it's just kind of that. I was wondering how to go about it from that perspective. And I know Thor said edit it, and I'd love to, but I'm just now. I started using Athena, and that's
Yeah.
helping a lot with getting clips and stuff. But like as far as putting them together in a compilation and putting a video up, I'm like,
And that's another thing.
45 minutes in, and I didn't even have 30. I didn't even have a 30-second clip
I
together. I'm like, I
wouldn't
can't do
I
this.
wouldn't even put up compilations. I'm gonna be entirely honest. Those are one in a jillion. There's so many people putting compilations of like, look at this snipe on Warzone and all this. You're competing with an oversaturated market. Like
Extremely.
Echo or Eric said, take a look at it. Put out some technical stuff like, hey, this is the best freaking setup for an MP5. Use this setup for an MP5 at lasers, and you could do it the funny way where it absolutely sucks and it's obviously the worst setup that you could have, or you can have an actual like legitimate technical like, this is great. You can go two ways
like
about it.
Off meta kind of thing.
Yeah. Take care of yourself. Do recordings like that, and then take some time, record yourself playing the game off stream, and then get those funny haha moments. And that's super easy to edit because all you got to do is just go back and just choose that one spot, and you can have like a 5-minute video, and that's all people really want is a 5-minute video. You can do one round, and if it was a good one round, have that recording, put it up. Super easy, super simple. And then have those technicals on there. There's a reason why there's playlists. I mean, I have horror game playlist, I have a simulator game playlist, I have all these different playlists. I got a podcast playlist. I mean, you set yourself up for success by making sure you are organized, not only behind the scenes, but also what people are able to watch. So just take your time. Use DaVinci Resolve, by the way. Super simple, free, and that is how I edit all my videos. And you'll learn to do it, and it'll be pretty easy to go on. But thank you guys so much for coming out today. I will be ending this here. This has gone on for far too long. Now it's been about 2 hours, which is honestly an hour longer than I thought it would be. So, I mean, I'm going to have 2 different podcasts to put up there because I'm going to split it up in half because there's no way somebody's going to sit there for 2 hours. And if you're listening and you made it to the end of this, you are successful. You have succeeded in life. You saw me or listened to me for so long. But thank you guys for being out here, and you guys have a great day.